We've all pulled an all-nighter, or several, let's be honest. When you're young and your body feels basically indestructible, your bed is just a piece of furniture you occasionally visit, with zero emotional attachment, right? But what if you stayed awake for days? Your body doesn't just get tired, it starts to fail, slowly, strangely, and then dangerously. If you think sleep is optional, think again. Your brain strongly disagrees. Stay awake long enough, and you'll start forgetting simple things, like words, where you are, or even what's real. And no, this isn't drama, or some boring life advice. This is literally your brain going into shutdown mode. Sleep isn't just resting. While you're asleep, your brain does this cool thing called neural cleaning. Translation: it removes toxins that built up during the day, including proteins linked to annoying diseases like Alzheimer's. Think of it like a nighttime cleaning crew. Now imagine, the crew goes on strike and never shows up again. The house piles up with trash all the way to the ceiling. Your sleep-deprived brain? Basically a hoarder in emergency mode. Neighbors are knocking at the door, and you can't even get to it. Pretty great, right? But let's see what happens, hour by hour. Well, if you stay awake 6 to 12 hours past your usual bedtime, it's chill. Nothing dramatic happens. Yet. But your brain is already starting to slow down, and your reaction time is taking a hit. Why? Because there's less activity in your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for smart decision-making. You're now a slightly worse version of yourself. Your rational you is hitting snooze, and the other you, the one who texts their ex at 3 a.m., has taken over the steering wheel. You're basically a smartphone at 5% battery. It still works, but nobody trusts it. 12 to 24 hours without sleep, now things start to get interesting. Being awake for 24 hours is almost the same as having a blood alcohol level of around 0.10%. Yep. Your brain is functioning as if you're drunk, legally drunk in many countries, without any of the fun. Coordination gets worse. Decisions become more impulsive. Memory, highly questionable. And the worst part? You think you're fine. In other words, you're making terrible decisions with complete confidence. The worst combo imaginable. 24 to 36 hours without sleep, now your body starts to protest. It's officially in real stress mode. Your immune system weakens. Cortisol, the so-called stress hormone, spikes to levels nobody would recommend. And your mood? A total emotional roller coaster. Right now, you're completely unpredictable. You might get angry over absolutely nothing, or laugh at things that have zero humor or sense. Congratulations, you've reached that stage where you're just an internet comment in human form. From 36 to 48 hours without sleep, we go into strange territory. Enter a funny little phenomenon called microsleep. Your brain literally shuts down for a few seconds, even if your eyes are wide open. Yes, you could be staring at someone, and your brain just decides, no thanks, I'm just going to reboot real quick. The result? Memory lapses, confused speech, blank moments. It's like buffering, without warning, in real life. Spectacular, right? Now things get serious, and a little unsettling, actually. Try staying awake for 48 to 72 hours. I mean, don't actually try it. Your brain is in such a mushy state that it literally starts inventing reality. Yep, hallucinations. Seeing things that aren't there, misinterpreting what's around you. Why does this happen? Without sleep, dopamine regulation goes haywire, a neurotransmitter linked to how we perceive reality. In this stage, your brain starts blending imagination with the real world. This is the exact moment you should grab a pen and jot down what you're seeing. You'll laugh about it later. After 72 hours without hitting the bed, we're full speed into dangerous territory. Trust me, not fun. Your body is in crisis. Immune system compromised. Thoughts all over the place. Severe loss of coordination. Paranoia. Not a friendly cocktail. because your brain has basically crashed and can no longer keep basic functions stable. And this isn't just theory. In December 1963, a 17-year-old American student named Randy Gardner decided to push the limits. He stayed awake for 11 days, a world record. The consequences of this stupid, wild experiment? Yeah, you guessed it. He was not okay. At certain points, he couldn't even do a simple calculation. The strangest part? Once he finally slept, he recovered relatively quickly. Which goes to show, your body can hang on until it simply can't. So yes, you can ignore sleep for a little while. Have a coffee, one more episode, one more scroll, one more night. But your body is taking notes, and sooner or later, it collects. And it collects with interest. What's the longest you've ever stayed awake? See you next episode.